It's Madden NFL 22, and we've got a showcase of shutdown defenses. It's the Steelers and the Dolphins, and it comes your way next.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the sight of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. To return, it's Cam Sutton. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback who grew up just outside of Cleveland on Lake Erie, Mitchell Trubisky.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball just about every play. But watching him perform last week when he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They go play action. Trubisky looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Sutton now to return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. This offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there and looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick six for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick six, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
To throw again on second down. Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. Shifts past him at the 45. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. A give to Harris. And just shutting him off there. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Trubisky. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So here are the Dolphins now as they'll be backed up to start this first drive. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, it's the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He'll get this out wide to Gaskin. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. There's the stiff arm. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. They'll get 34 yards there.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. Off the option, here's Gaskin. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Yeah, that's right. Just train tracks, baby.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
Jason Sanders on the field goal, a 45-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Snell on the shotgun handoff. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Trubisky. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got a bump down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Pushes past him. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run now with Gaskin. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Dolphins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Looking to throw. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
On 1st down, it's Harris, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other, a gain of 6. And the Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Trubisky will throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now, it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The drive will start with an option going left. Room past the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 29-yard line. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. You know, they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down. But this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And for a while when this place opened, all the talk was about punts hitting the Giants scoreboard here in Arlington. I don't think we ever heard about a pass hitting the scoreboard, but that's probably about as close as you're going to get. That one was way up there.
And the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards. This is Gaskin on the carry. What a spin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. They'll set up a throw. Touchdown! Allen Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people.
A leap it, he will make the catch. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Defense blitzed, but they picked it up pretty well.
Allowed their man to stand firm in the pocket and not be hurried, didn't it? That allowed him to make the nice throw downfield to help complete that play.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Steps away to his left. He's got the first down inside the 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Trubisky. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Christian Wilkins in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky. That's swung out wide to Harris. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now it's Trubisky. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
Boswell's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Parker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. That's complete to Robinson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville. And it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. From there, we fly north to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And they lead the visiting Atlanta Falcons at halftime. Baker Mayfield with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. DK Metcalf, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Steelers. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, by comparison, they've been the better of these 2 sides in the rushing department, as you see the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On second down, there's the option going left. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And he'll decide to keep this once more.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards that time, and a first down on the keeper.
And if you're keeping an eye on the box score, that last run puts him over the 100-yard mark for the game. And this defense has just had all sorts of trouble trying to keep him under wraps, both passing and running.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
He's going to try and do this himself.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
2nd and 8.
Here's Gaskin. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Back to throw.
Got a man, it's Waddle, complete.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. On second down, it's Harris. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. Now a first carry for their fullback. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on first down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage, but the big man setting the tone physically.
Off the option, here's Gaskin. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
2nd and 20. He'll drop to throw. Robinson's got it.
Had a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
That catch good for 5. It's third down. They're going to look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Returnable here from the 38. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try to hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On second down, this is Harris. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run again with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards,
instead of stepping up in the pocket.
The Dolphins on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be third and forever. They'll look to throw here. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
This offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Trubisky's throw complete there to Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And he's got this down to the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 35-yard line. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now it's Trubisky. Ebron with it over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Throw left side, complete. That's Harris. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Najee Harris with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. Stiff-armed him. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the ex-Dolphin, Minkah Fitzpatrick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And he'll find Hall. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Here's Trubisky to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Again, it's Trubisky. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. 23 yards on the play. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Trubisky. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd down, it's Snell. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Benny Snell. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Now Trubisky, they're going to throw for it. That's caught, but he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. If they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Myles Gaskin and the rest of the Dolphin offense ready to get back to work here. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Another run with Gaskin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go option to the short side. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball in the option, but not there. I mean, you just saw exactly why many old NFL coaches would say, don't use your quarterback in the running game.
So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. Hard throw, incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Trubisky readies the offense. Down by 5, 57 seconds to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Trubisky to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Noah Igbinoghene. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth-quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? In the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Dolphins, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture.